Hey guys, this is Curtis. Welcome to my channel, and hopefully we'll be rescuing some Kerbals today. So, if any of you have been watching my videos, in my last Kerbal video, I tried to take on the Reddit challenge of trying to get a Christmas tree to, I believe it was Elu, something such, and I ended up getting it into orbit, and that's about it, because I ran out of fuel. Unfortunately, I left 30 plus Kerbals out in space, which does not bode well for their health. Thankfully, I have decided to rescue them. So what I'm going to be showing you here first is a couple attempts which end up this. I'm trying to go with some of the hitchhiker cans so that I can get enough Kerbals back home all in one shot. Unfortunately, that took a lot of cans, and I think I ended up equipping enough for 70 or something Kerbals that I'm sure anybody who looks at it could probably count. Here I'm just checking to make sure that they're still alive. Thank goodness I don't have life support on there. Everybody would be dead. But you know, this is a good practice for me, especially if I decide to go to hard mode once 23 has been completely updated in terms of everything. There's the Christmas tree, the infamous death trap. Hindsight being what it is, I probably should have taken all of them and put them back in the ship, but as you'll see, that doesn't quite happen. I also realized on the Reddit board that I can keep doing this challenge. It doesn't last within the week. I should have read all that before, but I didn't know that, so I thought I only had a week to get this done, and that's why I kind of rushed through the whole video the first time. This is why I decided that I really needed to save them. So the Icarus is the name of the ship, and right now what I'm doing is the first few trips, one finally netted me into orbit, and I'm trying to speed through because I'm trying to get my ship to deorbit because I don't have enough fuel to make it to the Christmas tree, and it doesn't work. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, and you know, that pretty much tends to be how I normally play these games. Also, fun fact: I never seem to play in the sunlight, so you guys can never really see everything that's going on. You don't see all my beautiful maneuvering and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this a little bit because this looks like, you know, paint drying, basically. Anyways, don't ask me why I added these videos in. It's just my process, and I figured you guys would want to see my ineptitude. Also, just if you guys notice, because I keep seeing away, nothing seems to be changing. I don't know if that's a glitch in the game or what. So I realized that speed wasn't going to end up doing it. So I had seen a couple videos where Kerbals have gotten out and pushed their rockets. So I thought I might try that. And so that's what I'm doing here. And I don't think it works, but you know, I really wanted to try, and it, you know, if you notice, the ship kind of tipped a little bit, so I mean, you can get a little bit of movement out of it, but I don't think it's enough to deorbit anything. In fact, go back into the cockpit, nothing has really changed, unfortunately. Oh well. So I finally get it deorbited. I'm on my way back, and I don't know how I did it, but somehow I got back to the base. I just wanted to show you that because I thought that was awesome. So here's a couple more iterations that I kind of go through to figure out what will get me back into space. I ended up going with a polar after seeing a couple videos where that's worked with people, and being that I had, such a huge body, I thought it might work. And for the most part, it doesn't, because I am fantastic at staging and building rockets, which fail. There's one where part of it stays attached because I don't remember what had happened with that one. Or, the jiggles. I get those a lot too. They make me happy. Side note, Kerman is one of the guys flying this. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyways, I end up getting to a point where I'm kind of close, so I end up moving my Kerbals by hand. And it goes okay, I guess. It took me probably 3 hours to get the 5 Kerbals into there that I did before I was just like, you know what, screw it, let me at least try some landing procedures before I, do anything worse. So here's a couple maneuvers of that. I think these are probably the longest spacewalks in history. It's one of them ended up being 50-ish kilometers, which is 20-something miles, and math being my strong suit. Yeah. Anyways, so there's a lot of me jetting back and forth because I don't really have the patience to let the slow acceleration go through. But it all ends up working. This is actually the first spacewalk. This is before I even get the rest of the people in. Yeah. Have you seen the movie Gravity? I have a feeling this is probably a little bit like what they felt like. I've never seen the movie, only the trailers, so I wouldn't really know. I'm completely talking out of my ass. But I saw people flying in space, and they're scared, and okay. I mean, I think the only one that would be able to handle this is probably Jebediah, being that he's insane, and of course Kerman, since he has my namesake, even if it is with a K. But that's beside the point. He's also to be my new main pilot. Screw Jebediah, Bob, Bill, whatever. Kurt Kerman all the way. Kurt Kerman for president. Anyways, here, finally get in. Oh, you see the lights. You can actually see what I'm looking at. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, anyways, I get the 5 on that I was telling you about, and I'm doing my descent back into atmosphere, and I decided I wanted to look out the window and kind of see what was going on. And everybody likes a nice view. And so I thought I'd kind of just look around with the gauges and see if I could even do some of my own work. I probably should have used the rockets to help slow everything down. But, why do that when you can look around? It makes for a better video, Also, I don't know if that's something that they plan on doing, but resolution on the nav ball inside would be fantastic. In the few shots that I've had, it's a little blurry. I mean, I know this game's still in beta or alpha or Charlie. I don't know. So I know they still have a lot of ways to go, and it's at 0.23, so you still got 76, 66, 67 iterations left. I don't do math. Yeah, so I know a lot more is going to be improved. It's just, whatever. So, I'm flying along, and that happens. Completely freak out. Everything is kind of swinging around. So, I can't see anything, so I decide to check, and, the chassis of my body is broken off. And, thankfully, only the first 2 hitchhiker things actually have Kerbals in them. besides the rocket on top, or the capsule on top. Sorry. So I mean, everybody's going to be fine, right? So I just kind of do a descent to, make sure everything's working out okay. I have a lot of parachutes also, because if you guys saw in my last video, I didn't believe in parachutes back then, and there were consequences for that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That was, what, 2-3 videos ago. Anyways, so now I have lots and lots of parachutes. And, it makes for safety, I guess. These guys, everybody's upside down. You can see the water in the window. I was kind of looking for other shots, but I'm wondering if their blood rushes to their head. I don't know what their circulatory system is like, or even if they have blood. Maybe they have pudding, same stuff that's found on Minmus. Anyways, so this descent, it takes a while, but finally they're landing, 40 feet. And something a little unexpected happens. Water kills, right? So it kills people in capsules, and it kills everybody I just rescued. So I just went through a suicide mission. On the flip side, 4 of the hitchhiker's capsules are fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and you guys have a great day.